the topic is beta agonist. Now the topic is uses of beta agonist. Uses and contraindication of beta agonist. Before going to that, we need to know about what are the beta receptors, beta 1, beta 2 and beta 3 receptors. And beta 3 receptors are there. Beta 1 receptor majorly present on the heart. Beta nothing but beat, heartbeat. So majorly present on the heart. First beta 1 receptor present majorly on the heart. What kind of heart it is? Kind-hearted. K nothing but kidney. Means beta 1 receptor present on kidney and on the heart. Beta 1 receptor present on the kidney and on the heart. If the present on the kidney, they will increase the release of renin secretion. Next one is on heart. What this will cause? Increase the BP, increases the BP, increases the cardiac output. See, BP is equals to cardiac output into peripheral vascular resistance. Whenever the cardiac output will increase, BP is increases, directly proportional. If increases peripheral vascular resistance, then there is increase in BP. Peripheral vascular resistance nothing but vasoconstriction. Whenever the blood vessel get constricted, increases the blood pressure. See, beta 1 receptor present on the heart increases the blood pressure. Then hence we need to contract in hypertension. In hypertension already blood pressure is more. So again we are giving the beta 1 agonist, it will further increases the blood pressure. So hence we need to contraindicate this beta 1 agonist in hypertension. But where we can use this beta 1 agonist means it will increases the CHF, congestive heart failure. Cardiac output nothing but this is the heart. How much amount of blood in the congestive heart failure, what will happen means body not getting the sufficient amount of, see, heart actually need to pump 75 ml of blood per minute. Then in case of congestive heart failure, it is just pumping heart, how much it is pumping? Just 45 ml blood it will, heart pumping just 45 ml in congestive heart failure. So this cardiac output nothing but this output. How much? 75 ml. Here 45 ml. So I need to increase. See, in the congestive heart failure, just 45 ml is going outside output. Then I need to increase this 45 up to 75 by using beta 1 agonist. What it will do means just vasoconstriction, or increases the workload on the heart, or increases the force of contraction. See, this is the heart force of contraction of heart. Then what it will do? It will eject 75 ml. See, just this much contraction we can call as a heart is not contracting sufficiently. This is when it contract like this. When it will contract like this, we can call as a increased force of contraction. When the increased force of contraction, then more amount of blood. When this heart will contract effectively, then more amount of blood will come out. It will come out from the heart. Hence we are using the treatment congestive heart failure. See, beta peripheral vascular resistance. Beta 2 receptor also present in smooth muscle nothing vessel. Then activation of beta 2 receptor in blood vessels to the constriction. Constriction we can call as a peripheral vascular resistance. Blood vessel constriction we can call as a peripheral vascular resistance. Whenever the peripheral vascular resistance means vasoconstriction is there. In hypertension already vasoconstriction is there. Upon activation of beta 2 receptor, again further vasoconstriction is there. Hence we need to call beta 2 agonist in hypertension. Beta 1 is in hypertension, contraindication, but used only in congestive heart failure. Used in congestive heart failure. Using congestive heart failure. Next one is beta 2 receptor. Beta 2 receptor B nothing but ET nothing but uterus. ET nothing but uterus. Bronchodilation. 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 Here uterus, on uterus what it will do? Uterine relaxation. Uterus relax. Uterus get relaxed. Hence we are used as a uterine relaxant. We can use as a uterine relaxant. Bronchodilation. This will dilate the bronchi, hence used in the treatment of asthma. In asthma, bronchoconstriction is the symptom. Bronchoconstriction is the symptom of asthma. And bronchoconstriction can be beta 2 agonist. This will cause bronchodilation. Hence we are using the treatment of asthma. Here, relaxant. And beta 3 receptors are not clinically useful. Beta 3 receptors are not clinically that much useful. Okay. But see beta 2 receptor majorly will do vasodilation. Beta 2 majorly will do vasodilation. See, majorly beta receptor will do vasodilation here, not vasoconstriction. So where we can treat this vasodilation? See beta 2 receptor will do vasodilation, not vasoconstriction here. So used in the treatment of, so you can I just forgot about this. Majorly try to focus on this one only. Majorly try to focus on this increased blood pressure, increased cardiac output. Then forget about peripheral vascular resistance. It will be there, but there is no effect on peripheral vascular resistance. Mainly beta 1 agonist used contraindicated in attention by heart failure treatment. Bronchodilation used in asthma, used as a uterine relaxant, that is clinically not useful.